Welcome to Confess It, Baby. I'm your co-host, Jennifer.
And I'm Iliana.
And this is our first episode. Guys, we're so excited to be here. It's been a lot of planning. It's been a long time coming. And, it's our first one, so please be nice to us.
Please be nice.
We're learning as we go, okay? And as promised, we're going to get to the point today. So we are going to be talking about, if this is your first Valentine's single or you're usually spend them alone, some tips on how to get through this day of love when you're lacking in that department and there's a lot of love around you. So me, for example, I'm always single on Valentine's Day. I don't know why, but it just happened. If I start dating someone, it'll be like in April. But on Valentine's Day, I'm always alone.
Because you want to be alone, or it's just the way it happens?
It just so happens. I'm always alone.
So you've never had a Valentine's?
I've never had a Valentine.
Damn.
I know. What about you? This is your first one single, right?
Something like that. I mean, it's not necessarily something that means you have to have a boyfriend to celebrate it with, but I don't know. Ever since I was in middle school, I've always had a little date, like a Valentine's, to give me a little gift, un caramelito, a little treat to celebrate. At first, it wasn't romantic. It wasn't romantically inclined for me. It was always more about love and friendship. That's why I'm really big on the whole Galentine subject. I love throwing little parties and gatherings for all my girlfriends, even if they're wifed. I don't know. I've always had that interpretation of the holiday, just celebrating love all around.
Yeah, growing up, it was always more like the little cards and like a little boyfriend and girlfriend in elementary school, in middle school. But as we get older, it kind of changes a little bit. It changes more to friendships, love for your family, and, love for those around you. For me, it's always been kind of like a regular day. I've always it usually falls on a weekday for some reason, right? I always feel like
I feel like it's been on a Monday for the longest time.
Random days of the week. So I'm just working. Sometimes I forget it's even February 14th, and working in news, it kind of turned negative at one point. You have you had Parkland, and you have a lot of domestic issues when it comes to news and those type of stories. So it's never been a holiday that I really look forward to or anything like that. Fun fact, do you know where it comes from?
I was actually going to ask you, what exactly is Valentine's Day? Because I don't know anything other than the fact that Walgreens and CVS, Hobby Lobby and Michael's is popping this time of the year.
Yeah.
But I don't know the facts. I don't know.
So I was searching last night. So I came across one of the History Channel website or whatever.
Oh, History Channel.
Yeah, so it was a lot to read. I was in the mood to get deep in detail. So apparently no one really knows where the holiday came from. But there was a saint in Christianity that his name was Saint Valentine, but it wasn't really lovey-dovey. But then again, you have Cupid from the other side. And Cupid comes from Greek mythology. Mm-hmm. And it's the son of these Greek gods, and he was just very mischievous and just pointing arrows at random peoples, which you see it in cartoons. Yeah, you see it in cartoons, just messing around, throwing making people fall in love for no reason. But yeah, that's what I picked up.
So what is Valentine's Day?
No one really knows. Point is, no one really knows. All right.
Okay, so no one really knows what Valentine's Day is, but then again, I feel like it's one of these holidays that could really turn sad for some people, because maybe they don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or, just someone to celebrate it with. And it shouldn't be that way. I personally, I'm a very happy person for the most part. So it's really sad to see people turn it into such a negative holiday. I'll see people posting online, oh, single on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Crying in my bed. Why are you crying? Go out, get chocolate. It's on sale.
I was looking at TikTok yesterday to see kind of what people are posting on Valentine's Day. Everything was so negative about being single. Being single is awesome. I've been single for a long time. I'm so used to my own company.
My mom has this phrase, a Cuban mom, mejor sola que mal acompañada.
100%.
Which translates, it's better to be alone than with the wrong person. And just because it's a day to celebrate love doesn't mean you have to have someone. It's better 100%. To be alone and to really fall in love with who you are in order to find the right person.
100%.
Cupid, where are you?
And that leads us into our tips. I got 5 tips for you guys.
Tips.
Okay,
write this down.
And this is what I do a lot. Okay, so the first one is unplug. This is a day you do not go on social media if you're single, because I mean, you shouldn't take it negative if you see a happy couple together, but you know, you're always gonna have those thoughts in the back of your mind,
Yeah,
right?
of course. Like, look at them, they're so
They're
cute.
so
I wish
cute.
that was me.
Yeah, so unplug. You don't care what John is getting Jane for Valentine or where he's gonna take her out to dinner. Like, you don't care.
No.
Unplug. Do not go on social media whatsoever. And, you know, take this day to just practice self-love, your nighttime skincare routine, or just like watching a cute movie or baking something with your friends, having friends over, a little pajama party. Valentine's. Just take the day to do something like that with those around you. Could be friends, could be family, but do not go on social media, guys. Don't do it. And
unless you're una chismosa and you want to see what John got Jean.
If it doesn't get you to, you know,
what did he get Jean?
If you're not gonna take it to the heart or see it in a negative, you can go in there because you can see it in a positive way.
And there's a lot more to see too, you know. There's girls that are influencers and do the whole Valentine's Day shoot alone.
Yeah.
You know, you can go and like
little,
and comment on their pictures.
Little empowering
show
stuff.
some empowering Valentine's Day love.
Exactly. And I mean, if you're going to go on social media, if you see Jane and John out for dinner, you know, practice the lucky girl syndrome. Be like, wow, that's going to be me next year. Like, they're so cute together. Okay. Don't see it as negative. I hate. No, you got to see it. Turn everything more positive. A more positive mentality and just manifestation all the way.
Just manifest that boy to come in, or girl, whatever.
Close your eyes as you're looking at that picture. Be like, that's gonna be me next year.
That's gonna be me next year
with a different guy. Yeah, with a different guy.
Justin Bieber's gonna get a divorce and he's gonna hit me up. Or Bad Bunny.
Keep dreaming, sister.
Or Zac Efron. Honestly,
oh my God, I love Zac Efron, honestly.
I feel like he's the perfect Valentine's Day date. Because he's
brother.
so...
Do you follow his brother on social media?
No.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
They're both beautiful. Even because you
might not have to be alone this year.
I know, right?
You have one more day.
I'm gonna slide into these DMs. The check mark has done me good.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I don't believe in myself.
You see, I'm empowering her right now. This is what Valentine's is all about. Do it, sis. Slide in his DMs.
No, que pena. Like, I know it doesn't matter if he doesn't reply to me, but like, pena.
Hey, I know you don't know me, but
I don't know. Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow night?
I've been seeing you in the documentaries. You know.
Oh, he's on the new show with him?
He's in the show with him. Yeah. He's really cute. His name is Dylan.
Dylan. Like, Dylan. Oh, that reminds me of Dylan Sprouse. Like, Zack and Cody.
I love him too.
Cole Sprouse. I loved them.
Like, Dylan slide through the DMs.
I actually, back in the day when The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was a thing, they had these Valentine's Day cards that they released this one year.
Yes.
And my mom got them for me to take to school. And all the girls were like, I want Zack. I want
They're
Cody.
so
I want Zack. I always like Zack. I like the bad boys.
I like Zack too. I know, me too. Yeah, that's
toxic.
That's why we're single right now.
Something like that.
Semi.
I do want to take it back to the lucky girl syndrome because I feel like that's been trending for a couple of weeks now.
100%.
It's just like everywhere. And for me, before the term lucky girl syndrome came about, it was manifestation. Manifest it. What do you think is the difference, at least between those two terms? Is it the same thing?
I think it's the terminology. Because putting yourself like in the sentence as it's currently happening, like for example saying I am so lucky there is money all around me, like putting yourself in the present. Manifestation, it's kind of more of like putting a goal and wanting to see it come to life. But the lucky girl syndrome is just basically kind of adding that lucky phrase inside the sentence in present.
Yeah. Okay, Britney Spears. Just like can we just cue in Britney Spears' Lucky song right now?
She's please? So lucky. She's a star. Okay.
Okay.
Lucky. All right, next.
I'm so lucky. This podcast is gonna blow up tomorrow.
Yo, we can all keep dreaming.
We're so lucky.
We are lucky. Honestly, we're lucky. We gotta consider ourselves.
Everyone
lucky.
is gonna comment and like and subscribe.
And we're a bunch of reviews. Yes, we are lucky. It's gonna happen. So let's see what else I have on my list.
Well, next to onto the next tip, I think, no social media.
Yeah.
What's next?
So we had go out with friends, take the day to hang out with loved ones. Yeah, no untied date. Yeah, like don't love this BS. This is not BS. Like celebrate the love and friendships. So don't see that holiday as something negative. And yeah, just think of it as any other day. Blast some flowers, Miley Cyrus.
Or Taylor Swift.
But I'm more of a Miley Cyrus.
Or Shakira.
Yeah, but like, you see, okay, now talking about Shakira, I think what she's doing, like with her Piqué issue, like, I know she's making probably so much money of putting him on blast and like doing all this music and stuff, but like I don't know, like with the title that she has and like who she is, I would have just found a hot guy and just like gotten on, moved on with my life, and that's it. Like let him be with his like 20-year-old, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, but I also feel like Shakira has been so low key these past few years, and she's just kind of like at a point where she's F it, I'm gonna make something out of this,
and she's making a lot of money with
make myself famous again. Like not famous again because she's always gonna be famous. Like she's an icon. It in his face, but kind of like.
But I feel like
come back into the present, like
yes. But I feel like if she would have been like the bigger person here and acted like this really didn't hurt her as much and just moved on, it makes him feel a little bit more little. That's the way I see it.
It makes you feel...
Makes him feel more little because she's like, oh, she got over me. Like, she doesn't care.
Yeah, well, he did go live the other day. My mom showed me. It was on Hola TV. And he was just basically not talking bad about her, but just kind of defending himself and how it shouldn't be put out into the world.
Exactly. It's their private issue.
It's their private issue, but he also cheated on her in front of the whole world. You know, it's something that... He cheated on her, whatever. She found out. She found the jam half-eaten in the fridge. But then a few days later, he was celebrating New Year's with her and his parents in public, knowing that you're famous and there's paparazzis waiting to see your every move. You know, at least have some respect, not even for your partner, but for your children. Yeah, that they're so little, and the internet is cruel. You can't take anything off once it's on. These are things that their kids are going to see later on down the road. Which, talking about that, I saw a very funny meme. And it's like Shakira's song, right? Playing. And then people like talking smack about like, oh, like she should be considerate with her children. But then it's like the children dancing to the song. Like, yeah.
I think I've seen something like that.
You know, I mean, I do think she's not the better parent because I do think they're both good parents to the kids. But I feel like she's the one that's most invested. And the kids see that. You know, the kids are old enough to realize what the dad is doing and that it hurts. I'm sure she's crying. I'm sure she's heartbroken. I mean, her music videos lately have been...
Did you see the video of like the witch in her balcony and it's pointing to
the mother-in-law's house, which lives right in front of her?
I love that video. I think that is so funny and blasting the song. But like it just makes her look so crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy vibes and like be the bigger person here. Like that's just my opinion. I would have been the bigger person.
Yeah, I need to see a little bit more.
You're invested in this.
I'm invested. I want to know. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, not a reality TV show because there's so many now, like Love Island, The Bachelor, Enamorándonos, a bunch of dating shows and finding your perfect match and all of that. But when it comes down to real people that you know are going through something real, it makes it that much
scandalous.
And you know, you open TikTok and you're like, oh my god, what did Juanita post today about the Shakira scandal? You know, you want to know more because it's actually happening for real. It's not scripted. You don't have that doubt of, oh, is The Bachelor real? Quick little break, calling out all the Miami girls struggling to find the perfect nail salon that doesn't feel like a factory. Well, we got the place for you. That Girl Beauty Bar, located on Southwest 12th Street in the heart of Little Havana, offering gel mani and pedis, acrylics, aprons, and hair services that will exceed your beauty and self-care expectations. Get 10% off with code CONFESSIT when booking. Hope to see you there. Is Love Island UK real?
It's like real drama.
Did these people get casted for a reason? You know, this is real. It's raw, and it's two people going through something way bigger than most people will ever go through. Because divorce is very common, but to have the whole world looking at it is scary. Something not a lot of people go through. It's very private.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, man. Happy Valentine's Day, Shakira. Yeah. We love you, girl.
First one single for you, sis.
First one single for you. Well, Jen has some advice. Jen has some advice.
I have some advice for you.
And if you don't have anything to do, you can come join our Valentine's Day.
Yes, join us.
Tip 3.
Hey, we covered all of our tips.
That's it?
Guys, I think that's it. We went through this.
So, you know, I don't think that there's one tip you can actually follow to feel happiness unless you make that decision for yourself. You really have to wake up that day. Wake up every day and choose yourself over everyone.
Wake up that day.
Wake up that day, the 14th.
Every single day, please wake up.
Wake up happy. You know, I've been through some dark stuff this past year, you know, self-love wise. you lose yourself. You learn how to unlove yourself, how to not appreciate the things you do. And everything you do in life should matter. You should really take that into account. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I would never take my advice. Jen, I'm talking to you. It's don't let moments like these really get to you. A moment that really affects me every single year is, for my relationships that were longer than 4 years, I always remember our anniversary. It just instantly pops into my mind. And I remember every single one of them. And it's not that I miss the person, but like you create memories with your partner.
Yeah, those date nights, like where and what you guys did that day.
This person becomes family.
Yeah.
So it's these specific dates that can bring you down, but you have to be strong enough to say no. I've come a long way. I've learned, and there's something bigger and better for me in the future. 100%. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm gonna keep saying Happy Valentine's Day the same way I said Happy New Year's for like.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, I have an answer maybe.
Those past relationships, have you stayed like in good like did things end good, like are you guys in okay terms, or those have been like completely cut off and you don't believe in like having the next as a friend, even if it's like a long far away friend? Like,
that's a great question, Jennifer.
No, that's
a great question.
Reporter.
I feel like I'm in a trial right now. Who's watching out there?
I just want to get your.
I have to be very careful with how I answer because I know some of them are snooping and watching this right now. Hey, how are you? Miss you. I consider myself to be a person that pretty much likes to keep friendships open. I do take time to myself to move on. And, the whole point is to find someone else that you're more compatible with. Not necessarily someone who I consider the perfect, dream guy. But just someone I get along with and I can really become best friends with. So back to the question. Yeah. This is the point where I talk so much. I'm friends with some of my exes, but not to the point where we talk every day. If I need something, if they need something, we'll reach out to each other, ask. But it's very straightforward. We respect each other, and no hard feelings. There are some that are petty that blocked me, and
those are the
they don't want to see me. If they see me out and about, they won't even look at me. I'll wave and be like, never mind. Like, but
you should be
that's
happy.
The type of person
you should be happy they unfollowed or they block. That's for a reason.
Yeah, no, I'm for sure like. Bad energy can go away.
Yeah. And you know what they say? Men always come back or their lives get worse. Have you had that happen to you?
Well,
I feel like that always happens to me.
But I always, I used to be like overweight and which is fine because I consider my overweight days, some of the happiest days of my life. And it was because I was so careless and I didn't have any expectations. I didn't expect people to.
It was you. They had to love you for who you were.
It was me. I loved myself for who I was. I was living my best life. And I had my boyfriend all throughout that.
That's crazy. Which is good.
And I feel now it was amazing. Amazing. One of the best relationships I've had. It was just so genuine and good vibes. Amazing Valentine's Day.
Which goes along to say it doesn't matter what's on the outside.
It doesn't matter what's on the outside. It's truly what's inside. Personality is all about it.
Sexual attraction can only come to so much, like to a certain point, physical attraction.
Exactly, which is what I'm struggling with now. Because now that I've lost weight, I'm still awkward. So I'm not the type of girl that you hit on a bar and expect like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go home with you. No, I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? Like, I'm
scared.
My credit card,
come pick me
like,
up.
Mommy, people hablando aquí. So. I'm not that type of girl, but I do notice now that I have a lot more men approaching me when I'm out, or not even approaching, but just looking. And
it's weird. You're like, is there something in my face?
No, I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know how to be normal around that. Like, I'm not used to that. I've always been the solo girl, the funny fat friend. Just, it's weird. And I need to know where you've been. Like, where are you? Where do you come from? Who are you?
Where do you come from?
Are you?
Yeah.
Because I've been on a lot of first dates.
Mm-hmm.
And online, one thing, the full package, he's the CEO of this or a lawyer.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm totally just kidding. I've never dated a lawyer or a CEO, but in the dream, And these guys, at least the ones that I've gone on these first dates with, it's very discouraging.
Yeah.
It's discouraging.
Men are disappointing and they know they're disappointing because I've said men are disappointing and they've answered.
It's just false advertisement.
No, 100%.
It's false advertisement.
Especially social media. I feel like if you find them like on Hinge or like social media, they're just looking for validation and seeing like what's the hottest girl they can get.
Yeah. 100%. How about that? You just brought something up real quick. Then now I'm like kind of wondering. Mm-hmm. You've been single for these past few Valentine's Day years, whatever.
27 years.
Have you been on any dating app?
Yeah.
And how has it been those days?
I don't like Bumble because Bumble you have to reach out first. Like, nah, I'm not up for that. Hinge, yeah, I've gone in total. I've had Hinge for, I want to say like 3 years since I was in Georgia, but like it was mostly like, it's a bad terminology, but like window shopping. Like I wouldn't have interaction. It was just like kind of looking like what's around you, right? Because I'll put it like, I'll change my location when I went to Atlanta and like just seeing what's around you. And in Miami, I've been like on 2 dates. One was last year, like in November. And then I went on another date like the year prior to that. I think it was like 2021, like mid-year or something I went. But yeah, I mean, like, they weren't bad people. It was just not your person, you know, when you know, you know.
Do you think you are the type of person to go on dates based on looks or based on your conversations before?
It has to be both, because if you're hot and like we're not vibing through message and you don't get my jokes, because I can be a little bit like funky, not funky, like quirky, like what's the word?
Funky.
Like I could be a little bit like
a
clown. I could be a clown. If you don't get like my sarcasm and my jokes, like
it's just not gonna work.
It's not gonna work because the personality is not there. So the ones that I have said yes to, we've had that interaction, and we've, you know, gone through the conversation back and forth and like get each other's humor, and it's been there. But in person, it was just a whole different vibe.
Yeah, I feel for me it's the same. Through text, I can be a little sarcastic. Sometimes it might come off as I'm dry or, well, first of all, I'm a bad texter. Like,
oh no, she's horrible, guys. If you're texting her, she doesn't reply. Honestly, Angie had to like tell me this. Angie's a friend of ours, because I was like, why doesn't she answer me? She's like, no, don't get offended, that's the way she is. I'm like, okay.
I'm a very bad texter, and it's not even on purpose. It's just I put my phone aside. It's always on mute. First of all, I swear my button is broken. It's been broken since I can remember. It's not actually broken, but it just don't work.
It needs to get fixed.
It's not actually broken. It's just I forget to switch it on.
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm just really bad at texting, and a lot of guys, at least in the beginning stages of talking,
yeah, they probably find that as like
away.
Yeah.
They drift away because they think either I'm not interested or I'm talking to someone else. Mm-hmm. And in reality, I'm probably home bedazzling something or like
or busy
at
like,
the beauty salon.
So busy lately.
Yeah, I'm just busy doing my own thing. It's not that I'm like, oh my
it's
God,
hard.
he texted me. No.
It's hard to be texting every day.
Exactly. So a lot of my first dates have never happened because of that. Second, 2 of my past relationships have been with someone that I met online.
Really?
And they've been longer than a year.
Interesting.
Yes. But because of the fact that they got through that period of not getting my text back or understanding my sarcasm.
Yeah.
Or there has been one case where we met and within 2 days we met in person and the vibe was completely different because it was established.
It was quick and then like in person.
And in person, I do consider myself, you know me, I'm a very fun, quirky person. I can talk to anything.
It takes a while to like peel the onion. I mean, we're Scorpios at the end of the day.
We
like,
are.
Like for me, like it's hard to peel my onion. Like we didn't start like chatting until like freaking recently.
No.
Like it's hard to peel it back.
And even this, like after years of being friends, of being in the same sorority and everything, it's still hard to sit down and have a very open conversation because we're very private.
Yeah, so private.
We're private. Everything is chill for us. Everything is cool. But in the inside, we're burning. It's kind of like that episode.
It's like, which episode?
I feel like I use this episode of SpongeBob for everything.
Which one?
You know the one where he forgets his name and it's in his head and he's looking through all the files and everything is burning and he's like, what's my name?
Yeah.
I feel like that's me on the inside, but on the outside, I'm like,
yeah,
what? Everything's cool.
Everything is fine. I was actually,
who needs a name?
Yeah. So the other day I was having a conversation with, once again, our friend Angie and some of our other sorority sisters. We were having dinner, and I don't remember how the conversation started or something, but we were talking about like how close off I am, and I referred to Angie. I was like, yeah, not even Angie knows a lot of my stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, like it just occurred to me that I'm gonna be having a podcast and talking openly about stuff like this.
Yeah, and we're Scorpios, like you said. We both have a lot of things in common, and hearing you say that now, it's kind of like, oh shit, like a lot of people don't know a lot about me either. It takes me a while to actually be able to open up with my friends about situationships I'm in or even feelings. I hate talking about my feelings.
I hate talking about feelings.
I hate talking about my feelings, which is crazy because when it comes to, you know, depression on a side note, and you hear about all these stories about how it's the happiest people that you don't know, like what's going on. It's not just the happiest people, it's the introverted people that don't feel comfortable enough talking about their feelings. And we should really normalize that. So I think we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, this is therapeutic. I can't say the word, guys.
This is like therapy. We're from Miami. We have our own vocabulary.
We have a little accent.
Dale. So we're doing something good here. We're talking about our feelings. We're gonna bring in people to talk about, their feelings, to confess things, get things off their chest. This is a safe space. So I'm excited to hear about all your little secrets. Not looking forward to you finding out about mine, or you guys.
We're just gonna confess.
We're just two girls.
It's gonna be a fun ride. That's a wrap for our first episode.
That's right. You can make sure to tune in every Wednesday, aka Hump Day. We love Hump Days. It's just Friday's almost here, but it's not here. Mm-hmm. It's all the right vibes. What better way to celebrate Wednesday than by hearing us or watching us?
Exactly. And please show up some love. Subscribe so you don't miss any episode. Leave us a review, whether it's positive or negative. Feedback is feedback.
Feedback is always welcome. And we take it very well. We're Scorpios.
Yeah, we take it well. We
like a grain of salt.
Exactly. So
on a tequila shot.
We just want to hear from you guys. That's all we want. And let's be friends. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. And if you have any suggestions,
yes, reach out to us. Send us a DM. Our email is down below.
Do you or anyone want to be on the podcast? Hit us up.
Please hit us up. We are excited to have special guests soon.
It's definitely going to be a journey that is going to be a long one, but a good one.
100%.
And we're so excited
We're here for the long run, baby.
For the long run, forever and always. We're going to be here next Valentine's Day. Next year. Maybe in a situationship, maybe still.
Yeah, let's see. Oh my God, I'm so lucky. I'm going to have a boyfriend.
I'm so lucky. I'm going to be married next year.
I'm going to be married.
I'm going to have a beautiful,
No, that's too much,
wedding.
Too fast. Engaged, baby steps.
I'm going to be engaged with the most beautiful ring next year.
Yes. And we'll be flashing it here. All right.
Or maybe not. Maybe we'll be in Ibiza or something.
Ooh, even better.
Recording our new episode.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
All right. Well, let's just end it because we're going to keep talking.
Right. We'll see you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.